Welcome back to Half Moon's Pick. Wild card weekend here. The season is finally over and didn't do too bad last week. I hope everybody had a decent week. I told people to bet light, not bet at all. It was kind of a crazy weekend. I bet only a handful of games and came out a small profit, but you know, it's just having fun. In the news, we got 3 coaches that got fired on Black Monday. That was Vikings and Bears and Dolphins. They got fired. The Lions got rid of their offensive coordinator, but you know, Lions, they get rid of everybody and they expect them to do good. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, remember the Shoot the Moon contest goes throughout the playoffs, so make your picks in. The leader is still Moby Polito. He's 289 points. He's 14 points in the lead. Can easily get caught up. And the ATS winner so far is Uncle Jay, 160 and 110. The Week 18 leader is the Cacker at 13 and 3. He moved up to, like, I think, second place. He got 128 points. He did excellent on that weekend. Moved him straight up. The leaders didn't do so great. I told you, it's a tough week, man. As for me, I went 9 and 7 overall on all of my ATS as well. I got 60 points, and I lost my 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, you know, I'm like, of all the ones to lose, it's just crazy. Anyways, I went 4-0 on my teasers. I went 3-0 on my under and overs on Twitter, and I went 1, 2, and 1 on my best bets. Mainly because I didn't know they were going to sit Joe Burrow till later, and then I didn't even find out till the day of. I didn't even bet on that game anyway. So, but overall, I went 8, 2, and 1. Not too bad on my best bets under and overs. This week we've only got 6 games, so there's not going to be a slew of best bets and whatnot. So that being said, let's get on with the show. Our first game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals are a 6-point favorite. This spread opened up at 6.5 and got bet down to 6. And these two teams played in Week 11, and the spread was Cincinnati -1. So all of a sudden it gets the playoffs, and now it's Cincinnati -6. It's hard to believe. Cincinnati did win. You might look at the final score as 32-13. But did you know it was only 16-13 up until the final, I think, 4 minutes of the game? Then Cincinnati scored, and then the Raiders tried to come back, and he threw an interception right in his own territory, and then he fumbled the ball. Derek Carr did. So he did 2 massive turnovers right at the end of the game, and they scored 10 points on those turnovers. So that's what plopped it over the points. So, if Vegas Raiders, pretty much, don't make that many mistakes at the end of the game and, do fairly well. I mean, they've done exceptionally well the last, handful of games. And all their matchups, they won by, 4 points or less, I think. But the Vegas Raiders are on a 4-game win streak. Cincinnati hasn't won the playoffs since 1991. So for me, give me those 6 points. Give me the Las Vegas Raiders +6. Next, we got the New England Patriots traveling to the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills are a 4-point favorite. This opened up at 4.5, got bet down to 4. Week 13, the Bills were favored by 2.5. So all of a sudden, I get an extra 1.5. Just because it's the playoffs, get some extra points. Week 13, the New England Patriots won outright, 14-10. If you remember that game, they just ran. I expect this is going to be an extremely cold game, and so it's going to be not too much throwing that big old block of ice around. New England has won in Buffalo the last 9 out of 10 times. Buffalo hasn't won a division since 1995, and even in 1995, they still lost to the Patriots at home. So, cold weather, low score, so give me the New England Patriots +4. Next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are an 8.5-point favorite. This opened up at 9.5, got bet down to 8.5. So, people say that's just way too many points. In Week 6, these two teams did have a matchup, and Tampa Bay was favored by 7. Again, more points for the, playoff games. The final score in Week 6 was 28-22. So Tampa Bay won by 6. And here you're getting 8.5. Tampa Bay is the first in passing, and Philadelphia is the first in rushing. So you got, dual threat on one for each side of the ball. Tampa Bay is third versus the run and defense, and the Philadelphia is 11th versus the pass and defense. So it's going to be a tight game. Like I said, they showed it before, 28-22. So give me the Philadelphia Eagles plus 8.5. Next, we got the San Francisco 49ers traveling to the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are a 3-point home favorite. They opened at 3, stayed at 3. Last year when these two teams met, the spread was San Francisco -3. That's what I think Andy Dalton played in that game. And that was week 15, and San Francisco lost 41-33. So, I know this is last year, but it's pretty much the same team. I'm looking at if you had to do apples and oranges. Dallas is first in points, first in total yards, and 9th in the rush. Dallas won the last 3 matchups. Dallas defense is 20th versus the pass and 16th versus the run. So average there. But leads the league in interceptions. And when you look over in the San Francisco side, they are 12th in passing and 7th in rushing. Jimmy G has thrown 20 TDs and 12 interceptions. So this is going to be a high-scoring affair, I think. I'll expect to see, at least 1 interception from Dallas. Dallas at home. It's a measly 3 points. So give me the Dallas Cowboys -3. Next, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are 12.5-point home favorites. This opened at 13, got bet down to 12.5. The two teams met on week 16, where Kansas City was a 10-point spread. Week 16, Kansas City killed them. It wasn't even a game. It was 36-10, beaten by 26 points. So that's why the big point spread. Possibly Ben Roethlisberger's last game. Both teams have losing ATS records. Kansas City has been to the Super Bowl the last 2 years. This should be a no-brainer here, so I'm not betting against the Steelers. It's one of the 2 teams in the playoffs you just can't bet on. They played a couple of bad teams, and I know they're all heart right now, and heart can only get you so far. So give me the Kansas City Chiefs -12.5. Last but not least, we got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to the LA Rams. The LA Rams are a 4-point home favorite. This is open at 4, still at 4. In week 4, the LA Rams were a 4-point favorite. And in week 14, the Arizona Cardinals are a 3-point favorite. So when the Cardinals were a favorite, the Rams won. And when the Rams were a favorite, the Cardinals won. Basically how that went. This is a divisional game. It's going to be a tough battle. Are we going to get good Stafford or good Kyler Murray, or bad Stafford or bad Kyler Murray? I don't know. I can't give you the answer to that one. This is like a coin toss up in the air. Arizona hasn't been to the playoffs in 8 years. Arizona's lost the last 4 out of the last 5 games. So they're on a downward slope. They lost to Detroit, Indianapolis, Seattle, and of course the Rams. The Rams are on an upward motion. Rams have won their last 5 out of their 6 games. Matthew Stafford has never won a playoff game, but has been to the playoffs. When Kyler Murray, this is the first time playoff appearance. So to me, I'm going for the Rams. Home field advantage, 4 points, not that much. I know it's a divisional game. It all depends on who's going to show up. Which quarterback is going to be the best in this game? That's who's going to win. But for me, give me the LA Rams -4. Well, that's it for the week. I'm glad you stopped by. Thanks again. I can't tell you enough. Remember, make your picks. The picks will go all the way through the playoffs into the Super Bowl. I will make the payouts to the people I owe. Let's see, the Super Bowl is on February 13th, and I get paid on February 15th, so I'm going to send them out on the 15th. Make sure if you send me an email. I gave it onto the contest video I got on my page. What email? If I owe you some money, make sure I got you. It goes into its own box and whatnot. As for my teasers, I got a 3-team teaser. What I like the Kansas City Chiefs -6.5, the Philadelphia Eagles +14.5. That's 3 scores, and the New England Patriots +10. That's 2 scores. Love those points. Give them. And the only best bet I got that I think is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to say goodbye to Ben Roethlisberger. I think Kansas City's going to steamroll all over them. So give me those 12.5 points. And yeah, I'm not going any other best bets. That's the only one I got. Sorry. One best bet and 3 team teasers. I do have some good under and overs I'll have on my Twitter. I'll probably give that on Friday or Saturday. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's the Half Moon the number 2 over on Twitter, and check me out. Thanks again. I will see you next week. Peace.